This is the scene this morning from our mountaintop. I don't know how good you can see this, but there's not much of a view. We are inundated with smoke. It has filled the valley, and it's not going away. The fires continue to rage out here in the Panhandle. But there's another type of fire that is going on, and I didn't even know about it until I actually ran into one of my girlfriends the other day. I just got back biking over in Montana. We live very close to Montana. And I ran into her and she's like, Did you hear? Did you hear about the stock market? It's crashing. And I'm like, what? Stock market's crashing? Really? I didn't know. This is how we live out here in the Panhandle. Even though we have internet, we don't have TV, and we do not have the news shows on. So honestly, we did not hear about the stock market crashing, and it's terrible. So I went home and I told my husband, "Did you know the stock market is crashing?" So when I got home and my husband really did look it up, yeah, it's horrible what's going on out there, and luckily, and I say this not to make people feel bad, but you see how we live. We have been preaching this type of lifestyle, the self-sustainable type of lifestyle, the investing in yourself and not a 401k plan or a pension plan for a long, long time. And we didn't have any idea what was going on. We had no clue. It doesn't affect us. It won't affect us because why? Because our homestead is set up. It's set up to sustain us forever, forever. And even if all the trucks stop delivering today and the power goes off of the main grid and you can't get propane or gas, Starry Hilder is going to be okay. Now, I don't say that to make you people feel bad. I say that because there is a reason why investing in yourself and your self-sustainability is so, so important and so imperative. And now we see this. The stock market, oh, surprise people. Did you not think this was going to happen? I mean, we really got to think hard about the stock market. Even way back when 9/11 happened, did that not scare anybody? I don't know. Did that not scare people when Obama got elected? I don't know. Did it? It scared me. We woke up years and years and years ago, and you know what? People laughed at us. They laughed at us. They're not laughing anymore. And I tried to tell them, get your money out. Take your money and put it in something that is going to help you live, help you create, help you produce. And now we all look at our financial statements as they dwindle away. And it's terrible. It's terrible that people still fall for this sense of false security that they think the stock market is going to provide. And it is really just it's like a gamble. It's like going to Vegas. It really is. Years and years ago, the stock market and investing was a little bit more predictable. Things were predictable. Things aren't predictable anymore. There's too much risk. And now we are seeing the ramifications of that. And as my valley fills up with smoke, and I have to deal with this, you people who have your money in the stock market and your life investment are dealing with the smoke of that. The ones taking the risk. Isn't that funny? How you work really hard all your life, you put your money in to the stock market or the mutual funds. You trust somebody else, financial advisors, to do it for you. They get a commission to do it for you. And if the stock market goes up or down, they don't care because they're making their money. And the stock market doesn't care either because, they're making money too. So what happens is you put all that money into the stock market and then you lose. And even if you think you're winning, think about this. You still have to pay taxes on capital gains. I could never understand that. They use your money, and then when you make money, you got to pay for that. You got to pay for making anything extra extra on your gain. Boy, that makes a lot of sense. And then if you have an IRA or some type of other financial vehicle, and say something catastrophic happens and you want to cash in, oh, they're going to penalize you for that. They're going to penalize you for taking out your money. They're going to charge you for that. Well, that really sounds like a good plan. So that's why me and my husband, we got out. Now, did we get burned? Yeah, we got burned. We followed all the sheep, believed all the lies, and finally we woke up. We woke up, but we actually had to start all over in our 30s because we lost every last cent. So, come on, people. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, because I've been there and I've done that. And we rebuilt, and I got 3 jobs, my husband worked, and we took all of that money, and instead of reinvesting it into the stock market and mutual funds, what did we do? Well, you know what we did. The Starry Hilder Homestead. You saw what we did. This started years and years and years ago, where we started investing in ourselves. We became our life insurance policy. We became our IRA, our Roth, our retirement account. And now when the stock market is crashing, why don't we notice it? I wonder why. Because we smartened up a long time ago. We saw even how things were getting bad during Bush and 9/11 and then Obama, and it just kept going. But you know what? The stock market decided to go up the last couple of years. How could that be? How could it be when everything else was crumbling? The world around us was crumbling, and the stock market's going up. Think about that, people. Does it make sense? Of course it doesn't make sense. And the prices of food kept going up, and the prices of everything else kept going up. Think about when they were manipulating the oil, and gas went down, how many months ago to like $2 a gallon. Think about that. Something's wrong with this picture. So, now where are we at? Now we're in this predicament. And what do we do? Is it going to get worse? I think it is probably going to get worse. And I'm not a doom and gloom type person. I am not. I'm a practical person. But, there are wake-up calls that we need to pay attention to. And I'm sorry, this is a long overdue wake-up call. Now what do you do? Okay, I'm not going to rant and rave anymore. And I hope that wasn't a rant or a rave. And I'm not, there's going to be a lot of YouTube channels out there that are really going to capitalize on what's going on. And Starry Hilder, my homestead, I like to keep a positive attitude, because to be successful in life, you got to roll with the punches. You've got to have that mental attitude that I'm going to make it, and I don't care what's going on out there. And that is going to be the success of you surviving what is going on right now. So things are crashing. What do you do? Number 1, take a deep breath, people. Okay, you're still here. You still have your health. You still have your family. You still have whatever. Okay, you're still here. That's the main important thing. So count your blessings today. Number 2, let's be smart. Now I'm going to kind of go down the prepper road here. Don't freak out, but I'm doing this because I think a lot of people who are in this predicament, they don't have self-sustainable homesteads like we have. They're probably people who live in the city, who live the urban life, and there's a lot of you guys out there. So you're in this predicament now, and I want to help. So what I would do is get your money out of the bank. Get the cash in your hands. Number 2, look at your house, where you're living right now, and start seeing, do I need items? Is my pantry empty? Are my cupboards empty? Do I need to go to the store and start buying some things in bulk, like rice and beans and powdered milk? People, I know you're going to say, oh, prepping. Those crazy SHTF people, they're not crazy. They are not crazy, people. I'm not crazy. They're not crazy. There is a reason why you need to be prepared, okay? And this is the wake-up call that is kind of after the bell tolls midnight. So let's wake up. Go to the store, get your money, go to the store, start buying needed items. Look at your water situation, look at your sanitation situation, and look at your food situation. Remember, the city is probably supplying you with electricity, sanitation, and water. Am I right or am I right? Probably. So those things will need to be addressed. Now you could go out and buy yourself a generator. for backup electricity, but probably not smart because gas, one day gas might not be there. So a backup generator right now wouldn't be what I'd be looking at. I'd actually be looking at solar panels, and people will say, oh, they're too expensive, and how can I get set up right away like this? I'm going to have a solar guy come and install. Listen to Starry Hilder. We did this. Go and buy some Harbor Freight solar panels, cheap, cheap, cheap. Get yourself a car battery. And in the Harbor Freight solar panels, it comes with a solar charger. All you got to do is buy an inverter. Buy yourself a dorm size refrigerator, and you can run out of maybe not just one set of Harbor Freight solar panels, but 2 or 3, because we bought 3. You can set them up at home all by yourself. You don't need to be an expert. And you can run a small refrigerator, your TV, and some lights. So at least do that for a very small minimum investment. That's what you want to do. Now people will say, oh, solar is not 100% reliable. Well, I'll tell you what, that sun always comes out, doesn't it? And even on cloudy days, the clouds sooner or later go away and you are going to have some free electricity. So choose a renewable resource instead of choosing a generator. Okay, that's going to be the first thing that you probably need to start looking at. Same thing with the food and the water. Get yourself some type of filtration system. Buy some extra water. Find a water resource where you live that you may be hauling 5-gallon pails. I say buy some 5-gallon pails because you may be hauling. So just get some other items like toilet paper, medical supplies. Oh, and don't forget to address cooking. Same thing, the city may be supplying you with that electricity, or even if you have like a propane outdoor grill, so many of us have grills, sooner or later the propane might run out and you won't be able to go to the gas station and get it filled up. So have a backup cooking plan. I've got 2 Dutch ovens on my homestead. I love them. I just use a good old-fashioned campfire actually as my coals. I don't do the charcoal thing. I think I had a bag all the way from Wisconsin that I finally broke out yesterday because I had to. No campfires because of all of this smoke. But buy yourself a Dutch oven. A solar cooker is really awesome. I use the all-season solar cooker, $99 at Amazon. You can cook yourself a chicken. You can cook yourself a meatloaf. Very nice to have. And they work throughout the year as long as there's sun. But start doing these things. Now, am I talking about an SHTF situation? Well, we're investing in ourselves. That's our life insurance policy. And I think you will be at more peace if you have these things and prepare your home to be ready. Okay, that's money in the bank. Maybe you should have done it a long time ago. Maybe you should have addressed this a long time ago. But well, so what? Okay, what's happening now is happening now. So get on the bandwagon, wake up, and let's do something. Okay, and don't worry about tomorrow right now. Just don't worry about it. I put everything in God's hand, and that's why I'm at such peace, because the Scripture has told me how to prepare. And God tells us we need to prepare for days like this. He's very smart about these things. He has given us the ability to prepare. He's given us the ability to hunt, to forage, to raise gardens. He's taught us all of that. And He has showed us through Jesus Christ, that we can be saved and have eternal salvation. So I'm at peace with all of this. And that's why when I turn on the radio or I turn on the internet and something like this is happening, oh well, just another day on the homestead. Okay, but for you guys, my prayers are with you. Take it a day at a time. Take a deep breath. And keep checking back to Starry Hilder's homestead, because I always have more videos to help. Oh, and he's getting so excited. We love you guys. And check out my website, because I always have helpful tips on there. But until then, a day at a time, God bless you guys, all right? It'll be okay. It will be.